Okay, fellas, finally time to open the Figma Link. This is my first Legend of Zelda figure, my first Figma figure, my first Link figure, and I asked y'all what is the best Link figure, and pretty much everyone said this, so I'm really hoping it doesn't disappoint, because I've been wanting a Link for so long. Let's not waste any time today and head straight to the figure table. The glorious figure table. Okay, only one thing I'm gonna say before we get started. I am gonna put a poll in Discord this time to let y'all vote on what I'm gonna open next. We'll get back to some unboxings next week. I wanna do some reposing videos this weekend. But we got the Mafex Integrated Suit Spider-Man, the Mafex Hush Catwoman, the Bro Toys Mask, SHF Aragorn, and lastly, the Mafex Starlight. Think about what you'll want to see the most. I'll put the poll in Discord later tonight. And with that, you know the drill. Cue the music. And here it is. Closer look, front of the box, right side, left side, and the back of the box. Okay, so to answer the questions I always get, I got this at Toys in the Box. I did a figure hunt video, and the price was $99.99. Again, this is my first Figma figure, so I don't know if that's a good price or not. There is a deluxe version of this figure that comes with more stuff, but they didn't have it at Toys in the Box, and this is all I need with my Link. Now, I've said this before, I'm not a gamer. If you watch my content, you know that. I'd love to start gaming when I start streaming, but of course, I did play some Nintendo 64 games when I was young, and I loved watching my brother play. And Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was one of my favorite games. That's the Link that I would really love to get. But this is the only one Toys in the Box had, so this will have to do. I gotta admit though, I really do love the way it looks. Y'all gotta tell me, how is this game if you've played it? And if this figure is really good, I'll probably get the Ganon too. So let's cross our fingers. And with that, fellas, let's get into it. First things out of the box, we got a Figma lineup sheet. Then we got an info packet. We got an accessory bag. And then we got some more accessories. We got some extra hands there, base for the stand, the flight stand, and we got some extra pegs. So now it's time for the moment of truth. And as always, one final look before we take everything out. And here is the star of the show. But let's take a closer look at all the accessories first. Starting with the hands, we got 5 in total. One fisted hand, a pair of open hands, and a pair of gripping hands for the Master Sword. And the shield. And here is the Master Sword and the scabbard. Beautiful. Okay, here's a full look at it. And of course, the Hylian shield. Reminds me of my childhood. And here's what the back looks like. And we did get this hood, Hylian hood, I'm assuming. It's cloth, but it's not wired or anything. You can't lift the hood up. And it kind of has a weird mechanism to clip it in. We'll see how that works. And lastly, we got one head with 3 faceplates. This is the faceplate that came on the figure. And I think it looks really good. It looks just like Link. And I really love this style. Very animated, but the detail is still really good. And here's a quick spin so you can see the detail, the way the hair looks and everything. And you can kind of move the ponytail. I really like that. Next up, we got a faceplate with a little smirk. Looks great. And lastly, we got a yelling Link. And yeah, I think these all look pretty good. And to pop the faceplates out, you just pop this piece of his hair out. And now it is time for the main attraction. Link, Tears of the Kingdom version. And this is him with all the accessories on. We got the Hylian shield, Master Sword, we got the scabbard, the sheath on the back, and the hood. Kind of annoying when you have the scabbard on, the hood just kind of hangs over it like that. Unless I put it on wrong, but I don't think I did. I just wanted to give you all a quick look at him with all the accessories before we get to the review. Alright fellas, here he is stripped down, ready for the review. But of course, I have to say it first. I really fucking love this thing. I really like what he's wearing. It's growing on me a lot. I'm so used to the green, but this looks really good. And one other thing I want to say before we get started. If you want to get him set up with the shield on his back like that, you got to be careful when you're opening the box. There's a little clear piece in there that clips on the shield to clip on the sword. And when I was opening the box, I guess it popped out because I thought I lost it or it was missing. There's a lot of little parts like that, so just be careful when you're going through this thing. Make sure to account for everything. But so far, my first impression of Figma is that I really like it. Okay, let's go through the aspects now. So first up, the quality. And I think the quality is pretty damn good. I've heard bad things about Figma. I'd say the quality sits somewhere between SHF and Mafex. A little better than SHF, at least most of them, but not quite as good as Mafex. But the plastic feels pretty premium. It's solid, it's durable, the figure has some weight to it. All the accessories are really good too. And so far, I've had no QC issues. Again, I've heard that that's an issue with Figma, but thankfully mine is good. No broken parts or anything like that. Next up, the detail. I mean, I think the detail looks pretty good on this thing. I'm not familiar with this game, but it looks like they nailed the getup. Detail on the faceplates look good. Really love the suit. All the straps and everything and the paint in there looks really good. good. And yeah, the straps on the chest, I mean, it looks like they got everything. Really love the shield, the scabbard, the sword, all that. I mean, it's cool that he came with some arrows, but there's no bow. I guess that comes with the deluxe version. But I still think it looks cool. The subtle wrinkles on the pants brings it to life. Whatever the hell this is looks great. I mean, I think the detail all around looks really good. Why does Figma have a bad reputation? Next up, the paint apps and the colors. I don't know, I guess this is gonna be a glazing video because the paint application is really fucking good. It is really clean, no smudges, no scratches. And the colors are so vibrant. I really love the way this looks. I mean, this thing really pops. I'm really starting to like the blue more than the green, maybe. Strike that, the green is just way too classic. But I mean, look at this thing. The paint looks awesome. Just really clean all around. Okay, really quick, the functionality. And honestly, it's all great. I don't really have anything bad to say. The head pops on and off really easy. Same thing with the hands and the faceplates. And once I found that little piece for the shield, I really like the way this is all set up here. I like the way this sits, and it's easy to get everything on there. And it's all really secure too. Nothing is loose, nothing is falling off. You can adjust this how you need to, and it doesn't really get in the way when you're moving him around. I do think you should be able to take this off if you don't want, especially with this version that doesn't come with the bow, but this doesn't even really get in the way either. This hood is a little bit annoying because when you have it on, it just kind of sits over the top of all this stuff and it doesn't really look good. And it's also really easy to get the shield on his arm too. So yeah, the functionality is good. I'm impressed because this does come with like a lot of moving parts. But now it's time for the real test. Let's see how Link can articulate. Starting with the head, we have a really good swivel and he can look up quite a bit, and the ponytail doesn't really get in the way because it's on that little hinge. He can look down about that much, not too bad. A little bit of side to side tilt, not much, but the neck can fully articulate in there. For the shoulders, no butterfly joint, but the crossover isn't too bad, and we do have a good swivel. We also have a swivel at the top of the shoulder. No swivel here at the bicep. Pretty decent little double joint at the elbow. We do have a ball joint for the hand. And then we do have a ball joint for the hands. Oh yeah, and then his arms can go up about that high, which isn't too bad, equal with the shoulders. That's like the minimum every figure should do. We have a really good crunch, actually. That's really awesome. He does not share the same sentiment going backwards. He can't really go back at all. And also be careful of his waist popping out. We do have an upper torso swivel. And a waist swivel, you can't quite go all the way around though. And it does pop out pretty easily. But that did just make me realize you probably can take all this stuff off if you want. And he can split about that much, not too bad. You can push it further, but I popped his waist out doing that because it kind of pushes everything up here. He can kick pretty high too. Pretty good kick back. We do have a good thigh swivel. Great double joint at the knee. No boot swivel. Again, ball joint at the ankles. And the toes can bend. Okay, I just realized this whole back piece of his shoulder can come out. It's not like a standard butterfly joint, but it kind of works like one. So that's why his crossover is pretty good. Now it makes sense. So overall, I think the articulation is pretty solid. It's better than I was expecting because I just heard bad things about Figma. I mean, look, it's not as good as Mafex, but you can do everything you need to. The joints feel really smooth, nothing is loose, except the waist. That is the one issue. It pops out pretty easily, but at least it isn't breaking or anything. And I guess you can pop it out easy if you do want to take all this stuff off. But yeah, I think it is pretty solid. I'll give it like a 7.5, maybe even an 8 out of 10. Way better than I was expecting. Okay, so I don't have any other Legend of Zelda figures to do a comparison. But let me bring out a Mafex to give you a sense of scale. So here he is next to my Mafex Night Crusader Batman. Standard 1/12 scale. I don't know, I think the Link looks fine. That seems like it would be the right scale. He's not gonna be as big as Batman. His head is big, but again, it looks just like the game. It's very animated. But I think that looks good. I read in my comments that Figma is small, but I think that looks fine. This would be such an interesting team up. But anyway, you know I have to say it. Fucking love collecting. So there you have it, fellas. Link Tears of the Kingdom version. And my final thoughts? I really love this figure. It's way better than I was thinking. Again, because I just heard bad things about Figma. So I'm assuming Figma is like most brands where it can be a hit or miss. Or I just got really lucky with mine and got a really solid one. Either way, this figure's fucking awesome. Really cool Link figure. And it definitely makes me want to get the Ganon. But I did see another Figma Link just now. I was looking it up. Skyward Sword. That one looks a lot more like Ocarina of Time, so I might even get that one too. But I do recommend this. This figure's really cool. The only flaw is that the waist pops out pretty easy. But I'd rather it pop out easy so you can take all this stuff off than it breaking easy. So it's really not too bad. But yeah, overall, really awesome figure. Glad I decided to get it. But y'all tell me, what do you think? And give me some ideas for posing on the display. And of course, time for the inevitable question. What should I unbox next? And lastly, fucking love y'all.